refuses and will not dance as long as Drax is looking at him for some reason. I don't know what it is. And as soon as Drax was gone, he went back to dancing.
So Miss Amy is currently mad at us. She just came into the chat and all she hears is the word death. So I don't know if that was the little red button of death or the fact that we thought you died in your chair.
Don't
but
worry, Amy. It was the red button of death. We are not giving away any spoilers for that movie whatsoever.
No.
And if you have read spoilers and haven't seen the movie, shame on you. I went up and literally for a week went up and avoided spoilers so that I could walk into the movie absolutely spoiler free.
So before we go into our music break, with the exception of Baby Groot, because obviously Baby Groot is going to be everybody's favorite character, who is your favorite character of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2?
Oh my God!
Yes, you have to pick one. I'm putting you on the spot here, man.
You know what? I am honestly going to say Yondu. Yondu is an absolute badass in this movie. And there is one pivotal scene during in about the middle of the movie where you find out just how badass Yondu can be. And I honestly, I would go back and I would watch that 5-minute scene just by itself.
No,
because
I completely agree.
And I mean, there's other stuff that really goes on where we find out more about Yondu and everything. But I gotta tell you, Baby Groot was my favorite in the movie. Yondu was a close second on this one.
See, for me, I really love Yondu and what they've done with him in this movie. Completely extraordinary what he has been able to do with that character, and especially with just 2 movies, right? And
yeah.
But by far my favorite character, other than Baby Groot, because obviously Baby Groot is everybody's favorite. There's no arguing that one. Baby Groot is awesome. Yeah. My favorite character is Nebula. Just the fact of how they went further into her backstory and showed more of who she is and why she is, and the hatred between her and Gamora. There was so much of her backstory that they did that honestly, by far, my favorite character and the most badass is Nebula.
Oh no, I totally agree. If there are 2 characters, that were from the original movie that they brought to the sequel that grew more than anyone else in the second movie, it has to be Nebula and Yondu. The roles were obviously expanded a lot from the first movie, and there was definitely, like I said before, there was a lot. They really went into the story with her and Gamora, and of course with Yondu and Rocket, and with Star-Lord as well.
I do want to point out that Angel says that Drax and Mantis are her 2 favorites.
Well, they had a really good, interesting relationship in this movie as well, and that can't be underscored. You really, the dry humor that Dave Bautista brought to Drax, is just absolutely phenomenal. Although I will say that Dave Bautista, when he first went up and he read the script, he was disappointed because he thought that it was a step back from the original movie until he went off and sat down and they read through the script all together, and he heard his cast, everyone else going on and laughing, and he realized just how much better it was in the original movie. The whole mini arc that they had with Drax and with Mantis in this movie was absolutely phenomenal as well.
No, I definitely completely agree. So we're going to go for a quick music break, and we will be right back with a lot more. So enjoy our music. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guy show. So our first little part, we did a rundown of Guardians of the Galaxy. And our second part, now that we actually move inside the studio. Apparently
Can I go up and just, jump in here and say the one part I really hate about phoning in to go up and to do the podcast is I can't really hear our music, which is just drives me crazy because I honestly think that the Lazy Nerd went off and gave us a couple really phenomenal little songs for our show.
Yes.
And so by not being able to listen to it, it kind of drives me crazy.
I completely agree. So we're kind of a little distracted in the studio now. We've, thanks to Amy jinxing us, we now have cops in the neighborhood. So we've decided to move from the outside to the inside.
Thank you, Amy.
So, yeah, this is... What did I do?
Kate got a hold of it.
And we have special guests in the studio. This just got... Never leave a drink unattended. So, that Mask Guy, Amy is actually asking if you are feeling any better.
I am gradually getting better. I actually just finished up my third round of antibiotics tonight. So, and I'm going for a little procedure on Friday to have my lungs flushed out. To see if that will help me get better quicker and to find out exactly what's going on. There is some concern that they diagnosed me with pneumonia and that it might be something else. And so, putting me on antibiotics might not have been the best choice. And I'll tell you this. I mean, I'd be very happy to not to have to take in more antibiotics because the darn things have really done some damage to my body.
I definitely agree. We need you fully healed by Fanquest, which is actually in 2 weeks.
Nice little segue right there.
Yes, definitely an awesome segue. So actually the second half of our show is going to be all about Fanquest.
I'm excited for that.
Of course, we all are.
I get to meet Legion from freaking Mass Effect too, so I'm happy.
So, are we buying Prey? I gotta talk to...
And yeah. So, that was awkward. Mask Guy, we need you back in studio.
Sorry guys, I've kind of got a little bit of interference here. Angels actually came down to talk to me about something, so I'm trying to keep everything kind of quiet.
That is fine. We are actually going through the exact same issues. So of course, Fanquest is May 27th and 28th. Of course, here in Winnipeg. So if you're not in Winnipeg, you're in the wrong city. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
This will be the only time I actually recommend our city. Okay, I do this every week.
Hey, we have a lot of great stuff that happens in our city.
That is a good point. Actually, next weekend we have KeyCon. Which is awesome. We are going to be... I know I'm going to be there on Sunday for sure. There's a wedding I have on Saturday, which is taking up pretty much all of my day. Wait, is that... No, not next weekend. The weekend after. Oh, boy. Yes. And two weekends from now is KeyCon. 3 weekends from now is Fanquest.
It's okay.
It's okay. The captain's having issues telling dates. So this will be held...
You really need to be writing this stuff down, bud.
You know what? I wing it every single week. You know that. Never changes.
Yeah, I know. We make this crap up as we go along. And
pretty much.
Maybe we need to go up and, I don't know, write stuff down a little bit more often.
I was trying to write things on the bus, and then the bus decided that the pen was an unsacred tool of disaster. So it stopped working. So anyways, Fanquest is at May 27th, 28th at the University of Winnipeg here in Winnipeg. I can't say Winnipeg enough. Winnipeg. The weekend pass is actually $30. The day pass is $17.50. You get to meet all the guests for free, which is a really, really wicked, aspect of this convention as opposed to all the rest, where you spend $20 to get in and another $40 to possibly get an autograph. Kids 12 and under are free, which is pretty much every convention in the city, but it's still a really great thing. Cuts costs down tremendously because this is from the fans for the fans. And no, Angel, we are not selling things at FanQuest. This is more about us getting our name out a lot more as opposed to before in a much bigger venue. And there was our mascot.
And how many mascots does that make now?
Far too many, and that is okay. So anyways, they got a bunch of guests.
As long as they all work for free, that's fine by me.
Dude, we work for free.
She's too young to be paid, so it's okay.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
Yes.
Maybe I need to take over the merchandising.
Yes. Well, I'll gladly pass it off. So anyways, the guests for the convention are DC Douglas, who plays Albert Wesker on Resident Evil games. He plays the voice of, as well as he plays the voice of Legion on Mass Effect, which I know Inc., who is currently running away from the studio, is excited for that one. I think he would definitely be more involved in this if we weren't chased off the porch by cops. DC Douglas, Legion.
Oh, Legion. Oh.
And he's having an orgasm in the kitchen.
His role in Mass Effect 2 as Legion was just beautiful.
Yes, and I was actually looking back at a lot of this. He's actually with some of the characters from Tekken, the video game as well.
Which character?
Offhand, I don't actually know that. I did a brief look as well, so he did that. He was also on Marvel vs. Capcom. He was Albert Wesker on those as well. So he has been Albert Wesker on almost everything that come out that involves Albert Wesker. So definitely awesome. He was on Z Nation, which is very excited for me because I love Z Nation. Zombies on Viagra. Need I say any more?
Don't you bring that up.
Anyways, the other guests are going to be LARPs. I don't have very much more information on them. I'm going to start sharing a lot of the information about all these guests on our Facebook page as well.
Which you can search, up and look for Captain Fizz and the Mask Guy or the Mask Man. I think I went off and fixed it. So
I think it's still the Mask Man.
Oh, maybe
you are no longer a guy.
I'm a man. A man who coughs a lot.
Yes, and Amy's bringing up zombie goats again. Actually, in Z Nation, they didn't have zombie goats; they had zombie babies. And in the Scout's Guide to Zombie Apocalypse, they had zombie kittens. They had zombie cats. So cute, cuddly zombie cats.
Man, they ain't no cuddly.
So anyways, the other guests are Patrick Sabonigo, who was in Flash, Watchmen, and 300. Blame Society Films. Another... It's really hard to go off and explain all these stuff because these are things you have to see for yourself to be able to get the full grasp of who they are and what they do.
And again, if you go to our Facebook page and you scroll down there, we do go off and we have a list of a lot of the guests on there. There's a lot of FanQuest videos on there that you can go to and you can check it out if you guys want. We will also give you FanQuest's Twitter account at the end of the show as well.
I also have their website as well that I will be announcing before we finish as well.
Awesome.
So anyways, they also have D&D Improv, which is basically exactly what it sounds like.